are second to Cargill in cocoa and so many others. To the extent in the whole of West African countries, Olam is in every country in West Africa. And this is a business that started from Benue State in 1995. They started with sesame export, just like the way we are having problem with dollars. How do we bring in dollars into the country? They now sat down and saw that the best thing they do is to export and earn forex. They started with sesame export, and today they are number 2 in the whole world for a business that started in Nigeria. So I dedicate this to my company called Olam, and it's an inspiration for youngsters to also come up like Olam. They don't have 9 brains. They have brains just like a single brain like you are. To the extent of Olam is being bought by Singapore government, a company in Singapore. 65% is owned by Singapore. And today Salik, there is a company called Salik in Saudi. They are one of the best investors in Saudi Arabia. They bought over 35% of Olam from Singapore. This is how strong companies can be. This is how strong individuals can be. So thank you, the organizers. I charge you youths. Like I said, we are running a baking school in Abuja. That baking school, if you come with 5,000 naira, is free. We train you for free, and education is the #1 thing. Once you are out of that training, you will never be the same again. And we train for starters, particularly for those that wants to go into the baking industry. And one industry that you never go wrong is the food industry. There are 2 industries in Nigeria that are permanent that you can always make money. One is the maritime industry. The second industry is the food industry. And if you are in the food industry, you can never get it wrong. So come, we'll train you for free. It's a 5 days training from Monday to Friday. And after that training, definitely with 5,000 you can start up your businesses and you can be okay. So you use the next one in business and, to enlarge the business. Thank you very much. I appreciate these organizers. Thank you very much. All right.
All right, that's it. There you go. Please, ladies and gentlemen, please, a round of applause one more time. Thank you so much. Now, taking the conversations further, I believe that we've been hearing people talk about creating new innovative solutions and how to improve or upskill education in Africa. But in as much as we are creating all these solutions and making all these innovations, are these the right things that Africans actually need? That's the question to ask. Are these solutions, or rather, are these innovations tackling the problems created?
Can you please turn to your neighbor and look him or her in the eyes and introduce yourself as a genius? Good afternoon, geniuses. So I want to start by asking a question. Does any one of you here believe that the way we think can shape our lives? Anybody here? Wonderful. So if that is the case, how many of you here woke up today and consciously created a future? Very few hands. Do you know why that is? Because most of you don't really believe. I was here in May when the first startup conference held, and I was very curious to see what it was all about. And I realized that what was really happening was a shaping of the narrative. Now, we must give a lot of kudos to the organizer, Mr. Chigozie. He has put in a lot of effort. And I say this not just to hype him up, but between May and now, every one of us here knows what has happened to the Nigerian economy and currency. Admirable. Now, for this particular conference, the theme was on Edutech. Now, if I remember correctly, when we started, or in the first startup conference, a lot of issues were raised. There were a lot of marvelous speakers. We all talked about the problems with startup in Nigeria, the problems of FX, the problems of inconsistent government policies, the need to switch from service delivery to product delivery, and to also expand the net beyond just the Nigerian space and move international. Because if you kept earning in Naira, the spiral would never end. And so there was a need to export our talents. So what I am here to do today is to talk about one of the products that my company, or, well, not technically my company, but the company I work in, has to offer, called Scholar. I'm sorry, so I'm not going to go follow this. Oh, I actually thought the presentation was behind me, so I'm just going to proceed because I've been told I have just 15 minutes. So I work with HASOB as the Director of Product Strategy, and HASOB is a full-service ICT company, but within the past few months, we've been trying to transition from just service delivery to product delivery, and that's where I come in. Now, one of the products that we have is called Scholar. Now, this product is a modular product that offers a wide range of services, and one of the key areas that this product has been applied to is in the education sector. Now, Scholar has a lot of modules. Some of them include the e-learning module, the apply module, the bursary module, and many others. But I'm going to emphasize on a few of them while talking about some of the key features of what it is we do at HASOB and how our product reflects our vision and strategy. Now, I'll start by asking or stressing on the question, what is the technology that we are using? Now, the first is AI. Everybody here knows that AI has come to stay. Now, within the education space, sorry to digress, but let me just share a story I had with one friend who works in the academic sector. He's a professor. So he told me that within the past few months, they had noticed that all the projects that students had written for their project defense were written using AI. True or false? So even within the education space, the lecturers are aware that AI has come to stay. Now, there was something that Engineer Vivian said about the document by the head of the academia. The lecturers are unaware of how to use AI. And if they are unable to use AI, how then can they teach their students with AI? So UNESCO brought out a document called the AI Competency Document for Teaching. And as we speak, only 7 countries have been able to bring out a framework for that. So there is still a lot of work that needs to be done. However, at HASOB, through Scholar, we have started making that effort with the use of AI. Now, another technology that we've been able to harness through Scholar is the blockchain technology. And I'm going to dwell on a few modules of Scholar that has been able to use this technology, thereby empowering the users of this platform. Now, one of the modules is called the seminar courses. So, Dr. Ibrahim, am I speaking your mind? Okay. So, one benefit of Scholar is to help those who are really good at what they do and take them beyond the walls of their university. And that is done using the blockchain technology through credentialing. Now, the materials that these academics produce can be shared through another module known as the bookstore module. So anybody can access them irrespective of what part of the world they find themselves. Another module known as the AI book editor, which also works in tandem with the bookstore, helps the academics and even the students to produce academic materials, as well as to help them publish them on different websites. Now, gone are the days where you would have to go through the rigor of editing a text and okay, so I'll be rounding up. Thank you. So, the points I'm trying to make here is leveraging on the technology of AI and blockchain. We've been able to empower the lecturers in universities as well as the students, increasing their reputation, giving them more monetary value, and this can only help improve education in the long term. I'm sorry for taking your time, and I hope I didn't really bore you guys, but thank you for paying attention.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chinwoba. Please, can we put our hands together for him once again? Within a short time, he was able to pass across aptly salient points that could help us. And while listening to him, I smiled when he talked about, now students are using AI tools like ChatGPT to write their academic papers. And I'm sure you would agree with me that sometimes when you see these articles, there are specific words that can help you recognize if this was written with ChatGPT or any AI tool, or if it was written with us. Can we go through some of those words? I have 3 of them. Number 1, tapestry. Another one, delve. Which one? Testament. Another one, realm. Insightful. And because there are quite a number of them. And one thing that is salient here, one thing that is important is that these AI tools are not here to make us lazy. They're here for us to harness their potentials to advance in our different sectors. Right? And thank you so much once again, Dr. Chinwoba, for speaking to that. Please, let's put our hands together for him once again. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to introduce our next speaker for today, for the next section. He is a man who focuses on aligning cloud solutions to business needs to help them scale efficiently and sustainably. His commitment to the cloud adoption in the ecosystem makes him the perfect person to speak on how we can empower education in Africa through cloud technology. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to welcome to the stage our next speaker.
Well, I'm curious to know where Scholar was built on. So what we do is we help you gain access to the backbone of all of this technology. I actually had a speech written by ChatGPT. But now I have just 15 minutes. I asked it to specifically write a speech for 30 minutes for me. But now I have 15 minutes. So I think this takes us back to where are required to be, to help us produce some of these artificial intelligence prompts and responses that we do on a daily basis. For example, the picture, the image creation, or the content generation that we need to do our businesses with, and we need to help improve our learning experience with. There's a lot of very powerful machine at the back end that is needed to get that done. So basically, where AWS Cloud comes in and where Cloud Plexo comes in as a partner is, rather than you as a university going to purchase some of this really powerful machine, you can just get a piece of it. Really innovative ideas. During the panel session, they also talked about some of the challenges as well in terms of the underlying infrastructure, right? A lot of us in most parts of the country are still struggling with really reliable internet access. We have access to the internet, but the internet that we have access to is not really interneting as we want it to internet. So we have to struggle with really basic things that we want to have access to. So some of these underlying challenges, oh, your result is missing, your records are missing, and all of these kind of things, I don't think should be part of what we should be hearing in this day and time, because there are technologies that are available to help us boycott these kinds of challenges. So really just addressing some of us in the education sector, some of us who are part of the academia in terms of the boards of directors. There are really, really simple steps in bridging or addressing the technophobia and really adopting technology and innovation effective for your university as well. You can lease and get access to all of this already powerful and built infrastructure at a cheaper rate than it will cost you to go ahead and build yours, right? So we've had partnerships with universities like the Stratford University in Kenya, right, where we've built out an AWS Academy so that we can get your students and we can get your students basically trained on these on-demand skills. At Cloudplex, we've also had workshops with universities like ASUT. We've had workshops with universities like Redeemers University as well. And we'll be glad to have this kind of workshops in your university as well. We also collaborate with universities, with Pan-African University in Lagos, and we're actually even on a road tour right now trying to build a founders community, and it's called the Campus Founders Community. And we started this at the beginning of this in Nigeria and in Africa is really ready for adopting innovation and adopting cloud technology to improve the overall education and learning experience in Nigeria and Africa. Like I said, I'm glad I had a shorter time so that I can really speak about the actual issues and actual just pay as you go. So that means that while your school is not in session, you're not paying for that service until you come back onto session. And so this is what I believe, and this is how I believe AWS Cloud has been able to enable education across Africa and Nigeria. Thank you so much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please, one more time, let's celebrate Mr. David one more time, please. A round of applause for Mr. David. I don't like the way that we're celebrating our guests, so let's do better. Can we celebrate Mr. David one more time again? That sounds remarkable. So, still in the honors or in the light of awarding excellence to spectacular individuals who are doing so well, I'd like to bring up Mr. Chigozie one more time, Ezogu, to help us in presenting the award of excellence to this distinguished guest. Please, a round of applause for Mr. Chigozie. So while we wait for Mr. Chigozie, can someone beckon on Mr. Chigozie, please? While we wait for Mr. Chigozie, I want to say a very big thank you to all our... Mr. Mbanefo, what does it mean? Okay, Dr. Mbanefo. So what does that mean? Wow, the dawn of a new tribe. How excellent. A name befitting for an Odogo. Please, an award of excellence on behalf of Startup Abuja Edutech Conference 2024 presented to you on this day. Thank you so much, sir. Please, a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. You can come closer, sir. You're too far from him. Yes, both of you are. No, not to me, to the camera. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. You have some few words to say, or you're fine? 30 seconds.
I'm deeply humbled. Thank you for the privilege to share what we're doing at HASOB. To seeing you guys at the next startup. Thank you, geniuses.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mbanefo. Did I get that right this time? Oh, wow. Please, a round of applause for him one more time. Also receiving an award of excellence, please let's welcome Mr. David Ekefre, Director of Business Cloud Plexo. Please, a round of applause. I don't like the way we are clapping, ladies and gentlemen. Please, we can clap better. Our hands are not busy, are they? Are you hungry? Are you hungry? So in no time, food will be getting to you shortly in the next few minutes. An award of excellence from Startup Abuja Edutech Conference 2024 presented to the impeccable and incredible Dr. David Ekefre. Please, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. Sir David, you can smile now. You should smile, please. You should see your teeth. Yeah, it works.
All right, thank you. I'm not a doctor anyway. Got me doctor there, Mr. David. So thank you so much. We truly recognize all that Startup Abuja is doing, and we're glad to be part of the contributors and participators of Startup Abuja, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. David. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, please, one more time, let's celebrate Mr. David. Please, a round of applause. Yes. Now, one very beautiful thing I like about attending educational events is the fact that I get to hear paper presentations. Paper presentations from very unique individuals who will come and spark our minds, who will share provocative thoughts that will change how we think and change our perspective towards ordinary matters. Yes, apologies for the brief interruption. Camera record that part and we'll start again. So like I was saying earlier, ladies and gentlemen, I said that one of the reasons why I like attending educational events is the paper presentations. I get to hear ideas from very unique individuals, their perspective that will provoke me to go and think better towards perspective that Ikagichi Nwankwo, Godwin Ikagichi Nwankwo. I don't like the way we are celebrating people. So from this side, I want to hear your loud applause. You can even shout if you want to shout. Abuja, make some noise! No, I like the energy. That's better off. We also have Nwodo Beatrice. Nwodo Beatrice. Please, a round of applause for Nwodo Beatrice. We also have Benedicta Chinwendu. Benedicta Chinwendu. Okay. Wow. You guys should come this way, please. Yes. Okay. So I have been informed that each and every one of you has 2 minutes. So I can see you have laptop. Yes, I can see you have laptop. So calm down. No, calm down. I will explain the idea. Are we okay? Are we okay? Do you need anything? You don't have a choice, rather. So, yes. So, in a particular order, like I said. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, for the paper presentation, the first person presenting, she will tell us her name and her unique proposition about her paper. Please, a round of applause for this wonderful young lady.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to be here. I was 2 minutes for a presentation, that's fine. I'm Chiwendu Benedicta, and I'm here to present the paper titled Afrocentric Education, Developing Localized Educational Content Through Technology in Africa. I'll just read the introduction and say the rest. The introduction: Afrocentric education is a teaching approach that focuses on African perspective, our experiences as a people, and cultural heritage in the learning process. It involves tailoring education content to fit the unique social, economic, and cultural context of African countries, and intentionally creating learning materials that address the specific needs of African students. We all here, I'm sure a large percentage of us here have gone through school. If you notice, you see that our educational system lacks this cultural content. Educo. So we are a private organization that offers consulting services to help clients in their educational journey. Our mission is dedicated to helping students, parents, and individuals in achieving their academic goal and career goal. Today, I'll be presenting on private and public partnership in educational technology. So, with me here is a power bank and a phone. Now, no matter how I use this phone can't charge itself. It will need a power bank or direct power to charge. And that is what PPP is all about. PPP is the coming together of the public and private sector for one mutual beneficial goal. In other words, the coming together of the government
All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, our next paper presenter.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. It is my pleasure to be standing before you and commanding your audience. I really would like you to pay attention to my presentation. It is a paper that concerns integrating mathematics, artificial intelligence into a mathematics classroom. Most of what the panel were talking about here is what our paper was looking. My paper conclusion that the synergy between AI and traditional methods are going to be the best platform to integrate artificial intelligence into a mathematics classroom. This is because AI cannot be as creative as a human teacher, but if you combine the creativity of a human teacher and the technological aspect of artificial intelligence machines, then you can bring out the best in students in terms of their engagement, in terms of their interactions, and this makes it easier for students to be more engaged in learning mathematics, because mathematics is a topic that most students get demotivated each time it comes about. But if you make it engaging, definitely these students would engage in that concept. So thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. Incorporating AI into mathematical learning. I, for one, am a lover of mathematics, so I think I would want to pay attention to how that sounds. But ladies and gentlemen, please, our next paper presenter. This looks like a project work. It's not, okay.
Good day, everyone. My name is Omotayo Mary Olufumito from National Commission for Mass Literacy.
Ladies and gentlemen. So, Doctor, you just have 2 minutes also.
Thank you very much. I was going to punish you when you get down. There is no way this exposition will be happening, and I won't contribute to my idea because I started it. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Carlo Tengot Ugochukwu, PhD. I represent Teach Lead X Limited. I'll be presenting the summary of my challenge. To begin with, our study investigates the critical barriers faced by edtech startups in Nigeria, focusing on infrastructural issues like unreliable internet and electricity. The ideal scenario for edtech startups is one where robust infrastructure and high digital literacy support seamless educational delivery. However, the current is quite our findings or through your responses. We tested hypotheses regarding the impact of these challenges on scalability. Our findings indicated that reliable internet and electricity significantly affect scalability, and digital literacy strongly influences user engagement. We also identify key issues for overcoming these barriers. They include improving infrastructure, forming partnership with telecom companies, implementing digital literacy programs, and supporting device ownership through financial programs. These findings are supported by relevant empirical studies. In conclusion, addressing these infrastructural and accessibility issues is essential for enabling edtech startups to scale effectively and enhance educational outcomes in Nigeria. I recommend this paper for everyone here, and indeed every stakeholder in the edtech sector.
And you can clap, ladies and gentlemen. You can clap and you can smile. I know you were tired. Are you tired? Are you hungry? Do you want food? Do you want food? Let me hear you clearly. Do you want food? If you don't want, I'll just tell them to keep it. Do you want food? I heard a no from here. You want food? So please, a round of applause for yourselves. All right. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I have been informed that we have the presence of the Honorable Minister of Youth, who is ably represented, or rather the Honorable Minister of Youth, Dr. Jamila Bio Ibrahim, who is ably represented by Yakub Tunde Prudent, the Special Assistant, or the Special Advisor, Special Duties to the Honorable Minister of Youth Development. Please, a round of applause as she comes up for
this training program, equipping youths within demand digital skills, Youth Innovation Hub, establishing hubs to foster innovation, collaboration, and entrepreneurship. Of recent, we launched CNG Tricycle, the compressed natural gas tricycle. That is for the informal youth. So it's there for us to empower our informal youth. Not all of us that can do this, but of course, for those that are informal youth, like our brothers who are there at the village, or all these advocates, is an initiative that is there for them. So we have another initiative too called Young and Secure. So the ministry has partnered with the Nigeria Police Force to launch the Young and Secure Police Initiative. The groundbreaking program ensures the safety and security of our youth, protecting them from harassment and harass. Our goal is to build trust and foster a secure environment for young entrepreneurs to thrive. Education Sector Initiative, Edutech Fund, supporting the tech startup with grants and investment is also part of our initiative to support our younger ones for startup and grant investments. Nigeria Education Innovation Challenge, encouraging innovative solutions to education challenge. Teachers Development Program, enhancing teachers' capacity through training and workshop. So in conclusion, there is a program, again, going on at our ministry. The minister told me to say this in particular, and he said I should lay emphasis about it. Nigeria Youth Academy is a program whereby, as a youth, one youth, two skills. That is our logo. The Nigeria Youth Academy is a flagship program providing platform for one youth, two skills. This initiative offers free training in various agencies. So in conclusion, the Ministry of Youth Development remains committed to empowering young entrepreneurs and fostering innovation in the education sectors. I urge you all to take the advantage of this initiative and join us in shaping a brighter future for Nigeria. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you so much, Mr. Yakub Tunde Prudence. He is the SA Special Duties to the Honorable Minister of Youth Development. Please, can we put our hands together for him once again? Ladies and gentlemen, we've learned so much. We've filled our minds with so many insights and perspectives surrounding our team. And don't worry, in a few minutes, you'll be filling your bellies as well as we enjoy some special performances right here on stage. So please, volunteers, please, if while the special performances are going on stage, please kindly share the snacks around, and so that our audience can be engaged and fill their bellies as well. So ladies and gentlemen, coming up is a spoken word artist who is going to enthrall us with her words of wisdom and poetry. Ladies and gentlemen, please put thrilled, prepare to be mentally enlightened as we welcome Mercy Agwocha for her presentation. Please keep putting your hand together as she comes here. And please, as she gives her presentation, please, beyond the words that will be spoken here, please be inspired to get the meanings, the words not said, the deeper meanings that lay beneath whatever she will be talking about here. So please, let's pay deep attention. Let's listen, DJ. Let's listen with rapt attention. And let's grasp the meaning and the essence behind her words. As she comes on stage, please come.
All right, if someone asks you to describe me, you can say a lot of features, and it wouldn't be complete if you don't add she's visually impaired. So this is why I captioned this, my identity. It goes like this. I am blind but focused, not sighted but foresighted. I am visionary, though without vision physically. I do not struggle to be known, but my uniqueness tends to portray the awareness. I am not deterred by the numerous challenges, but strengthened by the various experiences. I look forward to what the future holds. That is greatness uncommon to my foes. My worries come in a hurry. Expectations is a mystery caused by measles. I am not afraid of the pains of today, because tomorrow leaves me with no sorrow. I have come a long way in search for a...
Much, my Mercy. Yes, please.
All right. I still have one other one I want to read for you, and also I came with some printed books here. I will need your patronage. Of course, this is how I make a living for now. No stable job yet, but I'm trusting God one day it will be better anyway. So I captioned this one, No One Knows Tomorrow. Give yourself the best of treat while your life kicks, for no one knows tomorrow. I'm coming. Okay, sorry about the pause. Give yourself the best of treats while your life kicks, for no one knows tomorrow. Give that frowning face in distress a touch of smile nevertheless, for no one knows tomorrow. Give a help, because they are never there to stay. Therefore, no one knows tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, please let's give it up for. Let us give it up for her, please. Let's all celebrate her. I'm sure that those words spiked different emotions in our hearts. Thank you so much, Ma'am Mercy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ma'am Mercy. So just like she said, you can support her work by purchasing her book. So if you want to get a copy, please.
In every success, there's always a party.
Hey yo, you hear about the big boy party coming up in ABJ? No, man. It's gonna be a big boy party coming up in ABJ, and we all gotta go to show me love. I see you there later. It's a party in ABJ. Everybody wanna be there. Dance it up, G-Jor up, Boyrawa, K-Begu, TD Cock. It's a party in ABJ. Everybody wanna be there. Dance it up, G-Jor up, Boyrawa, K-Begu, TD Cock. It's a party, party, party. It's a party in ABJ. It's a party, party, party. It's a party in ABJ. It's a party, party, party. It's a party in ABJ. It's a party, party, party. It's a party in ABJ. It's a Saturday night, my homies jumping around, white space cowboys still putting on the sketches, but feeling good. Rocking the big boy party with my crew. I got a proof. Slammy jam with hip hop cities from ABJ. The party's not gonna be the same until the game fade. We have got drinks to show peace and love. Down stress up, never mind to dump style out. Get up on the bubble and show. Tidy it up, knock out your shoes. No man, no man. It's gonna be a big boy party coming up in ABJ, and we all gotta go to show me love. I see you there later. It's a party in ABJ. Everybody wanna be there. Dance it up, G-Jor up, Boyrawa, K-Begu, TD Cock. It's a party in ABJ. Everybody wanna be there. Dance it up, G-Jor up, Boyrawa, K-Begu, TD Cock. It's a party, party, party. It's a party in ABJ. It's a party, party, party. It's a party in ABJ. It's a party, party, party. It's a party in ABJ. It's a party, party, party. It's a party in ABJ. It's a Saturday night, my homies jumping around, white space cowboys still putting on the sketches, but feeling good. Rocking the big boy party with my crew. I got a proof. Slammy jam with hip hop cities from ABJ. The party's not gonna be the same until the game fade. We have got drinks to show peace and love. Down stress up, never mind to dump style out. Get up on the bubble and show. Tidy it up, knock out your shoes, nod your hair up. Get creative, let the mind do what you ought to do. On top of the show, get the flow. My closer road dogs will get the road zone. Party with me until the cock grow ABJ. The serious ability and faith is a chrome crate. We don't hate ABJ. It's a party in ABJ. Everybody wanna be there. Dance it up, G-Jor up, Boyrawa, K-Begu, TD Cock. It's a party in ABJ. It's a party, party, party. It's a party in ABJ. It's a party, party, party. It's a party in ABJ. It's a party, party, party. It's a party in ABJ. The cock is not crawling, party still going on, ABJ move fame. My folks, please get a name from OBJ, my dwelling place. I wrote this song to make you feel cool, cool in the hood space cowboy. I know the game, we hope to see you again. This is a party in ABJ, God bless you, come and go. It's a party, party, party. It's a party in ABJ. It's a party, party, party. It's a party in ABJ. It's a party, party, party. It's a party in ABJ. It's a party, party, party. It's a party in ABJ. It's a party, party, party. It's a party in ABJ. It's a party, party, party. It's a party in ABJ. ABJ.
That was some energy, damn. What an energetic performance. Ladies and gentlemen, please one more time, a round of applause for Cowboy. He just took us old school. I know you Gen Zs cannot relate. Gen Z, can you relate? Huh? Oh, you guys could relate. One more time, a round of applause for Cowboy. Yes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to bring up the next speaker as we take the session further. And I believe that in no time, your snacks will get into you where you are seated. But please, our Queen Ahmed Bolori, proprietor, Lake Chad College of Science and Technology, speaking on the topic, using EduTech to support inclusive education for students with disabilities. Please, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. Keep clapping, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, sir.
Let me combine double microphones. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Is it afternoon already? I will hold you responsible for my lunch because I normally take lunch before afternoon takes place. So without lunch, it's still morning for me. You may wonder why I'm using two microphones. I've been here in the front and I've also been at the back. And I noticed something. At the front here, people at the front, like myself here, could only hear echo when this microphone is used. And at the back, people hear echo when this is used. So, unfortunately, I have very tiny hands, and I will be at the position of discomfort for your comfort. So clap for me, please. The topic I was given was actually using EduTech to support inclusive education for students with disability. Now, the gentleman organizing this gave me this topic without objection, and I decided to take the topic. But I will tell you the secret. Can you hear me? At the back, so, when they gave me this topic, somebody was talking about on TikTok. Mostly education and entertainment. And I learned so much that I learned in many other places. And I came across an important content that was teaching people how to manipulate ChatGPT in a way that the lady that came up here trying to expose or reveal the secrets of people like me and very many of you here that use ChatGPT with words like, I hope this letter meets you in high spirit, insightful, and other words that she has decided to expose. But the video I watched taught me something, which if you go through, notice. I was jotting actually down the things I have browsed. I was instructing and manipulating the ChatGPT based on the video that I watched. I copied the letter of invitation that I was given with my name and everything, including the person that signed. I copied, I pasted on the ChatGPT and gave a simple instruction. Kindly write a brief, kindly develop a brief presentation following the following instructions. 1, sound natural. 2, sound Nigerian. And 3, try as much as possible to... I went to my profile, copied some of my description, and pasted again and said, sound like this person. So, long story short, I came up with some things, and as knowledge requires, These contents are not of my knowledge, are not of my original knowledge, but they are of my knowledge and wisdom and ability to manipulate AI to develop this. Talking about education and technology. I am a young person, as you can obviously see, although I don't know how to use most of these technological, gadgets as much as other people could use. As a matter of fact, for a very long time, I never thought iPhones have any advantage over Android phones. All these things are connected. Don't think I'm deviating. Until recently. And now I'm learning a lot and I cannot, do most of the things. So this is for me without an obvious if you use, whatever you use, the average is we are above 200 million. Of this over 200 million people, about 30 million people of this population have one disability or the other. They're either deaf, blind, crippled, or dumb. How do we integrate these people? How do we carry them along in the education sector? That is what this is all about. Now, the advent of computer and the use of computer for programming started in 1960. The use for programming, not computer coming by itself. And in 1970, education softwares were developed. And in the 80s, personal computers became rampant. And in 90s, the internet came and changed everything. And in early 2000s, learning management systems emerged and gave us hope. In 2004, open source emerged. 2010, mobile learning, the use of mobile phones, for learning started. And a big thank you to COVID-19 that came and brought about LMS and learning management systems adoption in various institutions. But notwithstanding, 30 million of Nigerians are left behind in the use of these gadgets or in technological and educational advancements. And according to the statistics, that 2% will not have children with disabilities. We have to act and work now to include this set of people as equal to all of us and improve things. I've had presenters talking about making billionaires. It's a good idea. But how do we ensure that there will not be any... the learning management system, most of you here are computer service, IT, whatever, much more than myself. So I wouldn't dwell into that, trying to explain, sounding like a dumb person. I know you understand better than myself. But in essence, these learning management systems have limitations, which you all know. Some of these limitations in some of these learning management systems, but some are now improving. For example, we need screen readers. When the lecturer or the tutor is talking, and then you have a student that is deaf but can see, that learning management system should be able to convert the speech to text for this redeveloped in a local manner. That, for example, now, as a northern person, although luckily for me, for whatever reason, I don't have the problem of P and F. But most of the people around me, even me sometimes, it flips and comes. It happens. We need to develop a localized system that will be able to identify when somebody mistakes P for F and the text can be gotten correctly. Where is the hand translating man? I cannot see him. My timer. Okay. And then very quickly, we also need text to speech. When the disabled person that is maybe cannot hear but can talk, when that person is able to talk, that should be able to be generated into text also. And then there is need for the development of inclusive policies and guidelines mandating education institutions to put such things into cognizance. And very finally, we need to also develop our own models, like I have said, not citing instances and examples with other countries trying to adopt what they have, but locally developing our own concepts that will fit in our own societies based on our own needs. Thank you so much, everyone.
Please, let's put our hands together once again for Dr. Ahmed. You know, he not only spoke on inclusive education, but portrayed it by using 2 microphones to ensure that the audiences in the front and back were included in this education. Please, once again, let's celebrate. So just during one of our speaker sessions, Mr. David, he said something, and he said that AI